Hey y'all, welcome back. It's been a few weeks since I've done a video, so first I want to say Happy New Year. Welcome to our new members in the Pearl Together group on Facebook. Welcome to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, awesome. Okay, so we've had some ideas for a new tutorial for this first part of the year. I was really on the fence about what to do because I have a plethora of whips. If you're new and you don't know what that means, that's works in progress, WIP, whips. My whip basket it's actually a box. I mean, it's gotten out of control. I have a sock, I have a mitt, I have a hat that I want to take apart and re-knit because I didn't like how it fits. It was kind of this like beret, slouchy kind of thing. It looks a little too boho, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, neither here nor there. I have sort of a half sweater cardigan thing going on. Okay, so I had several members ask for a toe-up sock tutorial because a lot of people like me have big feet. Maybe you don't know if you have enough yarn, and with the advantage of a toe-up sock is that you can start at the toe and you knit, and then the length of the leg, it is what it is. It's however long it turns out to be if you choose to use all your yarn. So, some other ways to mitigate that problem are knitting the toe and the heel in a contrasting color. You can certainly do that, and I like how that looks. And in fact, I will do that for this particular tutorial so that you can see the different elements of the sock as we go along. But just as an example, this is one of my favorite sock yarns. Regia, not sure how you pronounce that. Regia, I don't know. Somebody can enlighten me, leave a comment on that. But this is a lighter finger weight yarn. Okay, lighter fingering, and this is a ball that's 100 grams. That, it's probably not enough for me. I have gargantuan size 12 and a half. I'm not kidding. Women's 12 and a half feet. I don't choose to play yarn chicken very often, and when I do, it's super stressful. So, toe up works really well. There's also a brioche shawl that I'd like to make. Brioche is a technique that's kind of really popular right now. I want to learn how to do that, and I'll bring you along with me for that. But at the beginning of the year, I'm kind of feeling like I need to clean up my whip mess. Like, that's only part of it. Right, so I'm going to work on cleaning up my whips, and I'm going to carry you along, and we're going to make some toe-up socks. So, pick your sock yarn. I will leave some links to some suggestions of fun stuff that I like in the comments below. And then I want to start with a rounded toe, okay? You're going to learn several techniques. Judy's Magic Cast On is what I like to use. You can use the Turkish Cast On. These create a seam-free, kind of a grafted toe. I know that sounds complicated and scary, and if you're new, don't worry. I'll walk you through it, I promise. It'll be clear. And if it's not, we'll make it clear, okay? Don't worry too much about all the fancy schmancy names you've never heard of. Okay, so, but you just do your cast on, and then you start knitting it up by making increases. But the reason I like this particular toe method, recipe, technique, is because it creates a nice rounded, like a rounded toe, not like, I've seen so many that are like this. They're like a square, or they're like a wedge shape, like a trapezoid. I don't like that. It makes little corners above your toes. This particular recipe or method it's nicely rounded, so I like that a lot. I like how it looks a lot better than ones I've done. So I will put a link to that pattern. Well, it's not a pattern for a whole sock. It's just the pattern or the steps just to make the toe part, and then you choose the pattern that you want to move into for the foot, and then we'll do the heel technique that I prefer, which is going to be a little funky for some of you, but bear with me. And what I love so much about the different elements of a sock is that you have the toe, the foot, the heel, and the leg. And you can mix and match whatever technique fits your foot better. Okay, so we'll talk about that as we go along and present some different options, and you can pick whatever you think works best for you, whether you have narrow heels or whatever. So, to start with, I'll post some links down below. Link to the Facebook group, you're welcome to join. We have some conversations there going on. We do have a Ravelry group, and maybe you can help me get that going because it's pretty new. And so it's a little bit stagnant at the moment just because it's new. And then I'll post the links for some yarn that places where you can get reasonably priced sock yarn. And then also start looking at some toe up patterns on Ravelry. Ravelry.com is a wonderful place. It's one of the best pattern databases ever. So you choose whatever pattern, toe up pattern you want. I'm going to do something super basic just for the illustrative purpose of this tutorial. And we'll get going. Let's start Sunday, January 21st, this coming Sunday. We're expecting a snowstorm, so I'm not going to be going anywhere, right? We live out in the middle of nowhere. We don't even have plows. Normally, they don't even come. We just wait for everything to melt, then we leave. And we have four-wheel drive. So the point of all that nonsense is that it's a good time for me to make some videos, and we'll get started, and I'll be available to answer any of your questions because I'll be home. So, okay, knit on, my friends. I'll see you in the groups. Take care.